Andre El Idolo made his wrestling debut on this program with his erstwhile manager, Vicky Guerrero, and his assistant, who is a guy who stands there, apparently, and assists with something that we didn't see. And his debut was against Matt Sydal. And old Andre comes out in a black leather skull mask and a tearaway black and white suit that he had trouble with tearing away. Maybe he got it from a fucking strip club in Atlanta somewhere. He wrestled in the suit pants. And by the way, Matt Sydal is now ranked number 5 in this company. Have you seen Matt Sydal win a match on this television program?
No, and in fact, nothing against him because he's a talented guy, but when I saw that it was going to be Andrade's debut against him, I immediately kind of checked out because we've seen a lot of Matt Sydal lately. Again, I think he's lost every one of those matches. I can't remember a victory, but we don't know what happens on YouTube.
But I know exactly what was going to happen here, and it did. They had a competitive match. In the first 30 seconds, I wrote, who are they pushing here? It was not only competitive, Matt Sydal, I believe, out-wrestled him. They went to a break, and all of Andre's heat was in the 3-minute break. This was not a decisive, impactful debut. This was a competitive match between a new guy that hasn't wrestled in this company and a fucking guy that hadn't won a match that we've ever seen. When they came back from break, Sydal was making his comeback. He was kicking the shit out of Andre. Finally, Andre hit the clothesline and goes to the top rope, and Sydal was up already and met him there. So Andre knocks him back down, hangs him in the tree of woe, goes for the double stomp, and missed it. Sydal hits that double knee thing, the Meteora, got a 2 count. I'm right, what the fuck? What the fuck? Question mark, question mark. How can this be? And Andre hip tosses finally Sydal upside down into the turnbuckle, hits him with a running knees, and hit a shitty-looking kind of DDT on him. 1, 2, 3. Blech! His Andre El Idolo's impactful debut with 2 different managers was he barely beat Matt Sydal in a 10 or 12-minute match by the skin of his teeth. Who in what world thinks this is a way to debut talent? And then, after that debut, he takes his belt off, Andre does, hog ties Sydal up half-ass in a hold and cranks his arms up behind him, and then lets go of it. And what's the assistant for? Did I ask that? What is he assisting with?
I have no idea.
Then they did a package on Christian Cage and Matt Hardy talking in vague terms about their history for 23 years, but they couldn't show any of it because they don't own any of it. I like the way Christian speaks. He's convincing and he sounds like he means what he says. Matt is regressing, and I don't know if this may be the hot match that I would have put together in 2021, Christian Cage and Matt Hardy. It's just me, though. Just me.
And everyone else.
And everyone else.